What's up, everybody? Tony Beats Guy here. We're here to talk about Stardust. You'll never forget the name of Stardust. This is something that's a little bit crazy. I wanted to talk about this Stardust, and we have Damien Sandow on the screen too because he's been through a lot of weird, wacky, silly, crazy gimmicks. But this Stardust gimmick might be something that'll work for Cody Rhodes. We'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Goldust, though, because Goldust has gone through some transformations throughout his career. He went from Goldust, he went back, well, he was like Dustin Rhodes. He always goes back between being basically Texas American Dream kind of guy and then going into being Goldust and then quitting Goldust. There was one time on Raw where Goldust came out and he brought his suit out, and he looked like Dusty Rhodes. He looked exactly like Dusty Rhodes. He was wearing like the jeans and the shirt and stuff. Comes out, he's like, "Yep, this gimmick sucks," and he burned his stuff. And then I think he came back, or maybe he was an artist formerly known as Goldust. I can't remember how it all played out. I know in WCW it was Dustin Rhodes, and then they did the 7 gimmick where he went from, his WCW was 7. He floated out to the ring. He looked like Uncle Fester painted up white. And it was a Vince Russo thing, like a worked shoot thing after that. So it was all like set up by Vince Russo and trying to make Dustin Rhodes, I guess, a main character. And then even in TNA, he had that stuff with, I can't remember the name. He was with Relic, but he was whatever his gimmick was. I can't even remember at this point because it's just so stupid. So, and then Goldust does that, and then he comes back, and he's got like a retransformation of his career. It's one of the craziest things ever. Like, this guy has gone through hell and back, and he's been able to survive. So, I mean, I don't know how he's done it, but he's done it. He did. I mean, he even did that stuff with the NWO, which I thought was great too, where he did the For Life, and he was like gonna join the NWO. He had white face paint and stuff. But, oh, yeah, I just looked it up. It is Black Rain. I couldn't forget about Black Rain. He had a program with Braden Walker for a little bit. Ah, man. So, Goldust went through all those transformations. And we're kind of seeing that with Cody Rhodes, right? Because we had Cody Rhodes come in. He's part of Legacy. He's, the Randy Orton's protege kind of thing. And that was going to be his gimmick. And I was like, man, this skinny kid sucks. You just wait. Ted DiBiase Jr., he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the star out of all of this. And what happened? Cody Rhodes was the star out of it. Cody Rhodes did the gimmick, the undashing gimmick. He had the mask. And I think that might be some of the greatest stuff he's done to this date is the mask stuff. And that was like the unpretty, undashing Cody Rhodes. That was amazing. And then he had the paper bags and all that stuff, and that was great. And then he went into the mustache thing, and the mustache thing was working for him because no one else had a mustache like that at the time. And he had the t-shirt with the mustache, and it was great. Before that, I didn't even mention he did Dashing Cody Rhodes, which I liked too. He had the mirror on the stage and all that, but I think the undashing was set him there. Then he did the mustache, and now he did that tag team with his brother Goldust, and they're doing the great tag team, and they were awesome, and it was Goldust's resurgence of his career. And it felt awesome. It felt fresh. And now they're at the point where it's like, okay, they're losing their matches, and Cody Rhodes is saying, you know what, I'm the weak link, I'm out of here. And you expected, this is what I expected. I expected the traditional Cody Rhodes is going to turn heel, and Goldust is going to be the face out of this whole situation. You know, Cody Rhodes is going to turn on him, something like that. I was saying, why not have Goldust say he's the weak link and he's got to help Cody Rhodes out? But the idea behind Stardust is a way for Cody Rhodes to kind of get it back. Whatever he had, whatever was making them win, whatever was helping them as a tag team, this is going to be it. It's going to help them, and I like it. It's weird. It's crazy. I didn't expect it to go down this way. His entrance was bizarre. It's everything that you want out of a Goldust type character, and that's what you're getting with Stardust and their brothers and their 2 Goldusts, and I love it. I think it's such a great concept right now. I think that we're finally getting something fresh that is different than just, a regular wrestler, because Nowadays, we're missing the gimmick, the characters, that kind of thing. Everybody's just a person with a name. We have like a Brock Lesnar, we have a Rusev, we have a Cesaro. I mean, Rusev is more of a character, but you know what I mean? It's like a lot of just first names, last names, and now they're even cutting out the last names, so now it's just this one name. But it's like you have all the guys that are all the same. It's just like these guys are all the same, and I feel like the Rhodes family has been through a lot of shit. They've gone through a lot of shit. Even you think about Dusty Rhodes, he had to go through that polka dot gimmick when he was in WWE, and that was going to be one of those things that was going to just let him fail, you know, and then it actually worked. And it's the same way with Goldust. He went through so many character changes, and he's still around, and he's making it work. I mean, the Rhodes family is great, and I think Cody Rhodes can do something with this character. I always thought back in the day that Goldust was so good at what he did that he could have been like a main eventer in the Attitude Era. Seriously, I like Goldust that much. Even the artist formerly known as Goldust, that stuff was great. And I feel like Cody Rhodes has that foundation because he has the great moves, the great technical wrestling right there. You got that, and then you just throw an awesome character like Stardust on top of it. I think it's great. The one thing you can say about Stardust is that everybody is talking about it, right? I mean, there's gifts going out there. My phone's going out. I just got a text message that said Stardust. So it's like everybody's talking about it right now, and that's exactly what you want. Will this make him a main eventer? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see where this plays out. I think that Cody Rhodes, he's one of those guys that can succeed and will succeed. I don't think he's in the point where he's at Damian Sandow's, where he's doing just the comedy stuff like Santino, that kind of thing. I think he still has a chance to be a main eventer. I think you put him in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the briefcase, maybe he can win it. I don't know that he'll win it, but you know what I mean. I think there's a that's one of the things about wrestling. You never know. You never know what's going to happen and what's going to go up and down in the wrestling business, and that's one of the parts why I love wrestling, because there's always new things popping up. I mean, hell, this could have been one of those things where they're just like, yeah, that was a bad idea. Let's not ever do this again. But right now, my current school of thought is, this is good. I like this. I think it has legs to stand on. I think we're good with this Stardust gimmick. Play it out for a while. Maybe have them go back for the tag titles at Stardust, and then they could break up or something. I think this is going to lead to that match that we've been wanting, that Goldust Cody Rhodes match. I think that's the way it's going to go. Maybe, you know, I had the idea, right? Right? Yeah, okay. I think I did think about this a while ago. I'm thinking about it right now, and I remember talking about it on the podcast, the OMG Wrestling Podcast. I said, everybody's thought was, why not take the face paint off Goldust? That was my idea. Like, take the face paint off Goldust, get serious, and that's what you can do with him. But they went the opposite way, and they put the face paint on Cody, and it's a nice little twist on the storyline. You know, it's not predictable. It's something we didn't see coming, and I think Stardust is great. I think the music is catchy. I think his little dance is weird and odd. He's got the AJ Styles glove thing going on, the football player glove thing. So I think we're at a point where we could see it happen. Because like I said, he's got enough technical ability to make this character work. And that's what you need. You need a good foundation and a good character. When you have a guy going out there just as Cody Rhodes and he's just wrestling good, I mean, yes, it works. But if you don't give him any character, any ground, any legs to stand on, it's not going to work. And I think Stardust is something that's different. I think as long as he embraces it, as long as he knows what it is and he makes it work, I think we're in business here. I think this is a money-making thing. I want to make a Stardust t-shirt right now. That's how much I like the gimmick. So we'll see where this goes. I hope they stick with it. Pretty please stick with this Stardust thing, and I think we got something that we really can work with here. Anyway, guys, I want to know your honest opinion about Stardust. Are you a fan of him? Do you even like Cody Rhodes in general? I know there's some people out there who thought Cody Rhodes sucked. I had a few friends who didn't like it. But honestly, I'm a huge fan of Stardust. I love it. I think it's great. I think that we're at a point where we can see some new, fresh characters like the Attitude Era, and you don't have to push the envelope too much. I think we're at a point where we can see more silly characters like this as long as they embrace the character and make it work. Anyway, guys, like I said, hit that like button if you did enjoy this. Let me know all your thoughts on Stardust in the comments section below. Again, I'll be bringing you some of that camping footage that I have from when I was gone. and it's going to be a good time. So stay tuned. We'll see where the Stardust goes. Hopefully, WrestleMania, Stardust versus Daniel Bryan for the title. You know, guys, Tony Pizza Guy, brag out.